Hey guys, my name is Erin. I'm a certified yoga instructor, and today I want to do some restorative yoga, and I hope you'll join me. So, for today's sequence, we're going to need a bolster. I just have here a pillow from my bed. It's nice and thick and firm, which is perfect to act as a bolster. In this instance, we're going to get started off with this is like my favorite restorative posture of all, which is fish pose. So, to get into that posture, we're just going to start by setting our blocks up, one on the highest setting or the tallest setting to support the base of the head. And the next block is going to be set up to your preference, but I prefer mine to the second to lowest setting so that it can support that area right between the shoulder blades. And just to sweeten that posture up just a little bit, we're going to add in our bolster on top of our blocks for some extra cushion. All right. So you're going to back yourself into that setup. Uh, Release the feet. Allow them to splay out to either side. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. And we'll be here for 5 to 10 breaths. All right, we're going to take our time coming out of this, slowly coming up to a seat. And you can leave your setup right where it is. I'm just going to right mine to the camera so you guys can just see me a little bit better. So with that same setup, we're just going to come facing our setup into like a child's pose with the legs. So big toes are kissing, knees are open, slightly wider than the hips. We'll walk ourselves forward and we're just going to lay over the top of this. Allow the, what am I saying? Allow one side of the head to rest on the pillow. I actually have makeup on and I don't want to mess my pillows up, so I'm just going to do this. All right. And from here, we're going to slowly push ourselves up. Sit back on our bottoms. And we will move the bolster out of the way. Just for a moment, we're going to be using this later, of course. Soles of the feet to the ground, knees bent, and we're making our way onto the back. All right. From here, soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Use the support of the block to meet the knees wherever they're at. So whether you need a lower setting or possibly the highest setting to support the outsides of the knees as they splay wide. And again, we're here for 5 to 10 breaths, as we will be for every posture. Do what feels good with the hands. I really like hands on the lower belly here, but you can do one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, or arms alongside the body, palms face up. All right. And from here, we're going to extend the legs long, arms overhead on an inhale, a little morning stretch. All right. And we are going to bring the blocks under the knees on the highest setting. We'll pull our bolster right back in and allow that to be supported by the blocks. And we're just going to release the legs over the bolster block tower, as I like to call it. And we are just going to release right here. We'll elevate this to another posture in just a second. All right. We're going to slowly remove the support from underneath us and come up to a seat. What we're going to do next is we're going to move to legs up the wall. So if you're near a wall, you can this is really a great practice to do in bed, especially if you have a wall right by your bed. Phenomenal. All right. So I'm going to use this door that I have here next to me. And how I like to get into this posture is just to scoop my hip up pretty close to the door, about a hand's distance away. And then I'm going to turn. We're going to use the bolster to support the torso. We can move the blocks completely out of the way for now. Going to use the bolster to support the torso. And as we lay back, we'll get the bolster in place and send the legs up onto the wall. Mm. Mm. And again, doing whatever feels comfortable with the hands. I put my big cozy pink sweater on this time. Because as you settle into some of this restorative, restful practice, the body temperature drops and it gets pretty cold. Right. From here, nice easy way to get out of it. Soles of the feet on the wall. And we're just going to roll over to one side. You pick the side, right or left. I'm going to go on to my right side. And just turn that into fetal position. If you'd like, you can bring a block in between the knees for a little bit of support. And here we are again, 5 to 10 breaths here. All right. We're going to slowly use that top hand to push us up, remove the block, come into a seat. So we're going to transfer the bolster to the other side so we can get that fetal position on the other side as well. Bringing the block in between the knees if you like. And from here, we're just going to remove the block, roll on to the back. You could leave the bolster here as we release into our final resting pose for this practice. Or if you'd like, you can remove the bolster and bring it under the legs for support. Whichever version, torso or lower body support you'd like. I'm here in this odd setup. Sorry, you guys can't see my face. Alright, and here we are, closing out our practice. 5 to 10 slow breaths. We'll take a nice deep inhale. Get that morning stretch. Arms overhead, toes stretch away from arms. Rolling onto one side to help push yourself up. All right, so that is it. I'm sending much gratitude to you all for practicing with me today. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.